Alright, so sinusoidal functions are the graphs of sine and cosine of the unit circle. And so to graph the sinusoidal function of y equals sine of x, first, you know that this equation gives you all this information: the maximum point, the minimum point, the amplitude, the midline, the shift, and the period. And so if you were to rewrite this, it would be really 1 sine of 1x plus 0. And so this number right here is our midline. So that means our midline is 0. And the amplitude, which is given by this number here, is 1. And that means that the maximum, you just go up 1 from 0, so it's 1, and then down 1 from 0, so you get -1. And the shift, there's no shift, because that's just 1. So 0, and then you want to see the sine graph for a whole period, which is a whole rotation around the unit circle, so the period is 360. Then we get to graphing it. A sinusoidal function of the sine graph looks like this. It starts at the midpoint, the midline, and ends at the midline. And since it's all positive, it's not flipped, it goes up first and then down. So here's its starting point at 0, 0. Its ending point is at 360. So you know it goes up first. You're going to go up to 91, back down to 80, 0, down to 270, -1, and then back up, and then you can just connect your points. There it is. Alright, now for graphing y equals cosine of x, this is also the same thing. It's 1 cosine of 1x plus 0. So the midline is also 0, and the amplitude is 1, the max is 1, and the minimum is -1. The shift is 0, and the period is 360, so it's just the same as the other one, except for when you are graphing function cosine, it looks like this. So you're starting at the maximum and ending at the maximum. So we're going to start at 1, 0, 0, 1, and then you go down to 90, 0, and here's the minimum at 80, -1 right there, and then you just go back up and connect the points. And that's one period of the graph of y equals cosine of x.